it's Michelle, and today I've got for you a quick little mat Pilates workout using a kitchen towel, dish towel size, something about this big. Yeah, so we're gonna use it. It's really fun to hold on to this sometimes instead of a flex band because there's no give, so it really works the shoulders differently. We're also gonna target the abdominals and the back of our body. So like a quick little express mat workout. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna sit on our mat, legs outstretched in front of you. I've got mine about the width of my mat, so something like that that's comfortable, a little wider than hip width apart. Okay, knees can be a little bit soft. All the way straight is fine too if the back of your pelvis can be upright. So I want you to hold on to your towel about shoulder width apart. The farther you hold it towards the ends might be a little bit less resistance feeling, so kind of find where it feels good, but about shoulder width, okay? So now all I want you to do is bend your elbows, keep the towel taut, and you're gonna raise your chest up to meet the towel. Doesn't matter if it actually touches. And then as you exhale, just drop your chin and reach back front. And then we'll do that again. Pull, lift your chest, elbows wide, and then return. All right, so now doing that again, we're going to continue it once we extend. Now when you send your arms forward, you're going to flex your spine, draw your belly button back, and then come right back up to that extension. Yeah, so we're kind of passing through our neutral. Now again, the goal would be to keep tight through that towel the whole time. If you start getting tired, you can of course let it go slack to give your shoulders a little bit of a break. Okay, let's do that one last time. Okay, now we're going to start folding forward over one leg at a time. So I'm going to go over my right leg, reaching with the towel, hovering it off of the leg, and then come back and extend in the middle. Other side, exhale, fold. You want to keep your opposite hip nice and heavy to the mat. Yeah, let's do that a few more times. You come back to that nice lifted spine every time in between. Good, last one, and then give your arms a little rest. It doesn't take very long to start feeling them with this towel, okay? All right, so now getting into a little bit of a bigger twist, reach the arms forward. You're gonna bend one elbow, and you should be able to leave your opposite one straight. It'll just come across your body a little bit, and then you're gonna face forward. So whichever elbow is bending, that's the way you're twisting. And then return, yeah? So that straight arm is gonna have to come with you and then return. Yeah, so again, just kind of an interesting dynamic, keeping the tension side to side, okay? We don't wanna be feeling it up in our neck, so make sure you're in a good, stable shoulder position. Very nice. Now when you twist to one side, let's deepen it a little bit by pulsing, going deeper on each pulse, exhaling more, and then reach front. Now go the other way. Breathe out for 3, 2, deepest twist 1, and then return. Good. One more time each side. 3, 2, looking over that back elbow. Last one. Twist, twist, twist. Face front, and then relax your arms. Very nice. All right, we're gonna bend our knees now. Put the feet flat on the mat about hip width apart. Okay, so now reaching your arms out. If you're familiar with reformer repertoire, some of these might look familiar, kind of like our round back series on the short box. So good way to kind of simulate it without a reformer, okay? So you're gonna reach your arms out front, keep your lifted spine, pull out on the towel, and just glide the arms up. Now, if you were to peek up with your eyebrows, you should be able to see, with your eyebrows, with your eyeballs, you should be able to see the towel over your head. If you can't see it, it's gone a little bit too far, and then you can drop it back down. Yeah, keeping as much tension as you can for as long as you can on that towel. Yeah, so you remain in that tall spine as the arms float and then down. Okay, now we're gonna add on. So when our arms drop forward, I'm gonna tuck my tail, roll my low back in the direction of the floor, and then I'm gonna return. Yeah, so towel lowers, my spine rolls away, and then I lift up. Yeah, so exhaling as I tuck under to deepen that connection to the abdominals. So good. Do that 2 more times. All right, now we're gonna roll back there and stay Hold this round back position. Lift your arms up so they're lined up by your ears. Now use your abdominals to fold over your legs. And then as you stack up, reach the arms back up tall. Let's do that again. Roll away. Now the abs have to start to carry the weight of the arms, and then the whole shape pulls forward from your abdominals, and then we come up. Good, let's do that 2 more times. Make sure the shoulders are drawing down. Your elbows can have a slight bend to help that. And then up. Okay, now this time, roll back there, stay with your arms up, and we're gonna add a rotation. So you leave your flexion, you want your towel level with the floor, and then come back center. Other side, try to leave your feet nice and grounded. Now you stop in the middle, reach back over your shins, and then this time let's give our arms a rest in between. Whew. Okay, and then we'll do that again. So arms high, roll back. Now maintain your C curve as the arms lift. Let's rotate to the opposite side first. Head is going to stay framed between those 2 arms. And then you come to forward, round over your legs. Give your arms a rest and sit up. Okay, 2 more times. Reach up, we roll away, arms by the ears, and then 2 deep twists. So it's like your opposite lat and shoulder are trying to see the wall you're twisting towards. Round forward, and then stack up. 1 more time. Arms reach, roll back, lift, rotating to one side. Good, last one. Go up and over, whew, and then bring yourself back up. So good. Okay, so we're going to do a bit of a roll down. This is a tricky exercise. Give it a try. And if it's not working, you can just do some half roll downs instead of full ones, okay? So you're gonna start folded over your legs. So now again, this is traditionally done with a pole, which stays straight all on its own. With the towel, we have to use our shoulders to keep that long line. So folding over, arms level with the floor. I'm gonna inhale, draw your belly button back, and as slowly as you can, roll to the mat. I know that's so hard. Now arms reach behind you, reverse to come up. If you have to throw your arms, that's okay. If that's where you are today, it's all good. And then you're gonna reach back to that forward fold. Do that again. Inhale, start to roll away. Exhale, you go through imprint to neutral, and then we reverse it. Inhale, start to roll up. Exhale, go over the legs. Good, do that a few more times. Now don't be discouraged if you're having trouble. This is a lot of things happening at once. It's usually just a coordination of your strength at the right time if you're having trouble. It's not that you're not strong enough. It's just that we've got to get things coordinated to be working when we need them to. Yeah, let's do that 1 more time. So if you're having trouble, don't roll all the way to the mat. Just roll back halfway and then go forward. Okay, now come up for a second. Now we're going to add to some challenge by adding a straight back hinge. So this is tricky because our abs stay long. We load them up with our weight going backwards, okay? So let's give it a try. You're going to start sitting upright this time, or we will have folded forward and then we'll sit upright. Okay, now you're going to leave your chin a little lifted. You're going to hinge straight back for as long as you can. You can't do it forever. Once you can't do it anymore, you'll tuck your tail under and finish the roll down. Okay, now we come up the same as we did before, over the legs, sit up and reach your towel. Eyes get progressively further up the wall as you lean back, and then you tuck at the last second to kind of save yourself. Yeah, let's do that a couple more times. It's a fun little challenge, and the worst thing that happens, you'll just tuck under and roll down. It's fine. So really challenge yourself. Go back as far as you can and then tuck and roll. Okay, let's do that one last time. Pulling out on the towel is going to help keep those shoulders stable, grounding your torso, and then roll all the way to the mat. All right. Okay, so now that we're down, we're going to stay down. Don't worry, we're down here for good for a little while. So your feet are going to be flat, knees bent. So now with the towel, our arms are still going to be working like crazy. More our triceps though. We're going to take the towel behind our head. Okay, and it feels kind of amazing. It's like a little hammock for your head. Okay, so you want that towel kind of right where your skull meets your neck, more on your head than on your neck though, okay? So I've got my pinkies towards the end of the towel, okay? So I want you to lay down. Now it's gonna be a lot of work for your triceps because our heads are heavy. They weigh like 10 pounds. So it's gonna be 10-pound weights for our triceps pretty much. So back is neutral. We're gonna take a breath in. I want you to keep your head pressing back into the towel. Your arms are gonna bring your head off the mat into an ab prep position. Now hold here and breathe in, and then exhale as you roll down. Now when we come down, if you need to soften the towel, give your arms a break and then go again. That's totally fine. Nod your chin. So now this is helping us to not overfire our neck flexors, yeah, by pushing into the towel. Those kind of go to sleep, and then we roll down. Okay, let's do that a couple more times. Just getting the hang of it. It's a funny thing because we're moving forward, but our head is pushing back. So that's a little bit of a tricky thing to grasp onto. So now, curl up there and stay. Hold here for an extra breath. Find a little more flexion, and then come all the way down. Okay, so now we're going to go into some rotation. So using the obliques, instead of coming straight up, we're going to go off to one side. So right from the beginning, we're going to rotate towards our right thigh as we exhale and come up. And then inhale, replace down on the mat. Other side. So the legs aren't moving, just the upper body is. Okay, so it's 1 count to go up, 1 count to go down. And then lower. Good. Try to get the opposite shoulder blade off of the mat, getting this nice big twist. One more time, either side, elbows in the corners of your vision, and then come down and rest. Okay, that gets the arms, that is for sure. All right, so now that we've kind of learned how that feels to keep the head in the towel, let's advance it a little bit by lifting the legs up to tabletop. Okay, if you need to imprint, you can. If you can maintain neutral, even better. So here we go. Let's do a few just with the legs up, no different, before we start adding on more movements. So we're just going to exhale to flex through the middle and then come down. Yeah, so now the legs are going to try to not move very much here. Just pretend like they're kind of resting on a chair, not doing too much. Okay, now let's add on a single leg stretch. So when we flex up, we're going to straighten one leg forward and then release to the mat. Now remember, you can let the towel go slack. Give your arms a little break every time you touch back down. Okay, let's do that 4 more times. Last 3. Last 2, chin away from chest, head into the towel. Last 1. Ooh, and then come down. Arms is what's getting me the most, my goodness. Okay, next, adding the rotation that we practiced with our feet down. So we're going to rotate towards the leg that stays bent. Okay, here we go. So if my left leg is extending, I'm going to rotate my left elbow to my right knee and then lay back on the mat. Other side, exhale. Yeah, now our body is smart. It likes to find loopholes to make things easier for us, which we appreciate most of the time. But right now, don't let your body secretly help you by bringing this knee way close to your chest, okay? Keep it at a distance. Whew, let's do 3 more. Over to one side, opposite elbow to knee. Whew, head back, pushing, and then come down and rest. Whew, okay. So next, we're going to do that 1 more time, except we're going to rotate towards the straight leg. So this is tricky. Yes, it's a lot easier to feel like you're going to topple over to the side, twisting to the open part of our rotation. Okay, but let's give it a try. Here we go. So I'm going to extend my right leg first, and I'm going to rotate over that negative space, and then I'm going to come back. Other side. Exhale, and then in. So it's like my back elbow kind of comes to the inside of that knee. Up and around. Yeah, this one's a lot trickier to keep under control. Let's do 3 more. Rotate. Both sides of the hips stay down. Last one. And then relax. Okay. Oh my goodness, my arms weren't ready for it. Okay. Last thing, take the towel off of your head. We're going to do a double leg stretch. Let's be imprinted for this one so we can get a good range of motion. So lift your legs up. we're gonna leave our knees bent for a few just to get the movement through the upper body. So imprinting the spine, I want you to breathe in and reach your arms back. Now as you exhale, nod your chin and just try to reach that towel up and over your kneecaps and then come back down. Good, now do that again. Now we wanna make our torso come to our legs more so than our legs coming to our torso. That kind of rhymed, more so, torso. Okay, so now here's a way that we can make this even more difficult. When we lay down, the legs can get straight. They don't have to be super low, and then they can bend. They can get straight, and then they can bend. 2 more times. Reach, ribs closed. Last one. And then come down and relax. Oh, all right. Last thing here, we're going to add that work of the obliques rotating to this. So now instead of the towel going over our shins, the towel will go off over one side. So here we go. Arms reach back. Let's try a few keeping the knees bent. I take both my arms to one side and then I release and lower down. Exhale. I'm kind of pulling with my leading arm and then that second arm has to follow. Okay, now if you'd like, both legs reach when you lay down and then they curl in towards the towel. Reach across and then lay back. And then lay back. So good. 4 more and then we're done. Last 3. Last 2. Don't let that towel touch the floor behind your head. 1. And then relax. Whew. All right, drop your knees to one side and then to the other. Just kind of calming down after all that. Oh, okay. All right, we're going to do a quick little set for our back, laying prone, and of course for our shoulders, because we're going to be using the towel, and then we'll be done with our quick little workout of the day, okay? So laying on your stomach, we're going to hold the towel again with the fists, yeah? Elbows bent. It'll be kind of under your chin, like lined up with your collarbone, okay? So here we go. Down to the floor. Legs hip width-ish and turned out. Yes, so not tops of the feet totally down. You want your heels in, toes out. All right, so my elbows, forearms are down. I'm hovering with my nose right over the towel. I'm feeling my abdominals energetically drawing away from the floor, okay? So now breathe out to get ready. Feel those abs connect. Now all I want you to do is lift your upper back. We're gonna leave our hands down for a couple, and then we're gonna come back and hover over the towel. Do that again. Now if your arms aren't dead, you can be pulling out on the towel a little bit here. Even though our hands are down, you can feel that resistance side to side. Okay, now you can keep going like this, or you can allow your hands to leave the floor with you and then come back down with your tight towel, not floppy, and then back down. A few more times, abs up, and then release. So now we're lifting the weight of the arms with that tension side to side. Now lift up and stay. I want you to just keep your spine at that hover. Reach your arms forward. Bring them back and lift a little higher. And then drop your arms and spine down. Do that again. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach. Inhale, pull back and extend more. And then lower down. Okay, 2 more times. Hover, punch. That side pull on the towel helps us to open the spine a little more. And down. All right, last one. Hover, reach. Now this time I want you to leave your arms reaching, and we're going to lift the arms up straight and then rest them down straight on the floor. Do that again. Lift them up and then touch back down. Let's do that 4 more times. It's a longer lever to be lifting, so that's harder on those back muscles. 3. Last 2. Push the tops of the feet into the floor. Last 1. And then come down and rest. All right, you guys. Last one. We're going to get a little bit of rotation. This one feels really nice, to me at least. So turn your feet out, long legs. Keep the fists out in front of you. Draw those abs up. Now, towel isn't going to go slack. All I want you to do is raise one arm, look underneath it, and get a little twist for your spine, and then press it back. So our head is kind of hovering slightly to start, and then we just pour the weight into our bottom arm, and then we come back. Yeah, let's do that a few more times. So we've got a little back extension, and then we're adding rotation to it. Yeah, so that is tricky, but good to kind of combine those two movements together. Let's do that 3 more times. Lift. The pelvis tries to stay stable, and it's just that upper body moving. Last one. And then come on down. Okay, you guys, bring your hands under your shoulders and push your hips back over your heels. Okay, kind of shift side to side a little bit. All right, we're gonna finish with just a little stretch for our shoulders because they did a lot for us just now, and then we'll call it a day, okay? So hold on to your towel. You can just sit somewhere comfortably. If you wanna stand up, that's fine too. You don't have to kneel, you can sit on your sits bones. So reach the towel out in front of you, hold as far to the ends as you can, and then I just want you to pull with one arm so that one arm comes across your body, and then you're gonna come back front. Now, if that wasn't enough stretch for you, you can walk your hands in a little bit, and then try again. Pull to the opposite side, over. So we should be getting a stretch on the back of this shoulder of the arm that's across. And then do that a few more times. So the closer your hands are on the towel, the deeper of a stretch we're gonna get. All right. Let's do that one more time to each side. Just taking some nice deep breaths. Whew. Okay, good. Now just reach the towel up to the ceiling and take a small little side bend. So this is less about our spine and more about the top lat and kind of armpit, stretching out. And then go to the other side. So even if like your hips kind of slump over, it's totally fine. This is more to stretch under our arms than being a perfect side bend. Yeah, and you'll feel it. All the way from under that arm, kind of down the side of your back. All right. Okay, now last little stretch. I want you to let go of the towel with one hand. You're going to toss it behind your back. You're going to grab on again with that hand. One hand on top, one hand on the bottom. It's like that stretch you used to do in elementary school, right? Where they test you and you try to touch your fingers. Except now we have the towel, so we don't have to have that kind of mobility. Now once you're here, try to get your hands as close together on the towel as you are able to, okay? And then once you kind of find that, try to kind of relax your shoulders here. And then we're just gonna take turns. You're gonna pull up with your top hand, so your bottom shoulder gets a little more stretch. And then you're gonna pull down with your bottom hand to stretch out that top tricep. So, and then just kind of keep switching. Top arm pulls, bottom arm pulls. There we go. And go slowly. We're not trying to force it. Just getting a little bit of assistance in those two directions. All right, now let go of the towel. Swing so the opposite arm is high. Grab, and it's totally fine if you're like holding the ends of your towel. If that's where you're at today, it's all good. You can walk your hands a little closer to have a bigger initial stretch. Now kind of push your head back so you're upright, and then start pulling with alternating arms. Try to kind of take a second in each stretch to feel it. All right, do that one more time-ish, each way. All right, you guys, we are done. So I hope you enjoyed that quick little workout with the help of the towel. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more like this, please subscribe to the channel, and please share this video with a friend who you think would enjoy it. And I'll see you next time. Bye.